Hello and welcome to the next episode of Shadow Empire. A few days have passed because, due to work reasons and private reasons, I wasn't able to play for almost a week. That's why I also reduced the frequency of the releases of the previous episodes, which are recorded preliminary. So that this has caught up to my life again now. And yeah, I'm trying to find time to record on the weekends, but it's rough right now with full-time job and everything. So yeah, I had a bit of time already to get into the situation again. What I did in between is I made a bit of ammunition here and some machines and started some construction to fulfill the demand of uh, point production here. So we are very close, and we do have some upgrades ongoing. For example, here in Folster, bureaucratic offices 2 are getting built, and I think in Author we are constructing level 3. Right, yeah, 3 turns left. So these are ongoing here, which will succeed in giving us that reward from the mission. However, we are not going to get the enforcement profile. It's very unlikely because we are currently on 48. It's not close to 57 unless we get lucky with an event here. We're also not going to fulfill the demand for the warrior army here. And because we are not going to get Egalar ruins as of now here. So because that's here, of course, and this will take a bit of time. And also, yeah, so there are going to be a few things that are going to happen now. And for example, we are going to keep these guys happy, and I hope that I can vassalize, or rather they already are vassalized, that I can annex them in the future, for which we need a lot more points. We can talk about that in the, like better rules, we can talk about that in the future, when this might become a thing. I have to hope for events that push up our relations here further, because everything is still very complicated, and 69 is not really a good relationship here. And also I have to improve our foreign offices person here. So the, let's see, the foreign affair officer here, our Cordelia. We do know that she is rather limited with cap 2, but diplomacy is only at 19 for now, and charisma is still 25, so the skill can still go up a bit, but it's not that much. I'm not sure if we have a stratagem around which could give her plus 10 charisma. Maybe. I think I remember something. Alternatively, we have to find someone else. So that would be the other options, of course. Here, earlock, right? No, that's corruption. I don't think there is anything. Maybe I remember that from the... Maybe we already used it on her earlier in the campaign. I'm not sure. And the problem is, of course, that if we go to our leaders here, we could consider to replace her. Short term, long term. Something like that. For that, it would be important to know her stats, like charisma. And if we see here, the best charisma is 45 here on the governor of Fukuhorse, which is really good. But of course, the diplomacy is 0 here as of now. And I think charisma is also very good to be a governor. Right, yeah. So we would need to remove a governor with good stats to replace our foreign affairs office. I'm not sure I want to do this as of now. Rather, we maybe get lucky to find someone. Like, we have someone here with 35, but he is also capability 1, so that's not great either. And we should sort by capability here. So if we can get a level 3 or 4, a capability 3 or 4 leader here onto foreign affairs, that would be something, because we can intentionally fail certain missions to generate experience for that person. But as we can see here, the good ones are already governor or fate. Ah no, she has high intelligence, so that's a bad idea to just move that around. Yeah, maybe we get lucky in the future with a good governor, with a new role of a junior or someone else. I think we have the card still available to ambitious thinker. I think that's meant to be thinker, but I'm not sure. We can also recruit a civilian here. So maybe we want to do these two actions here to see if we can find someone better than the existing foreign affairs person. But the big problem is, of course, retire. Okay. So ideally, we can somehow get rid of her long term to get someone better on the job. But now back to the game and the situation. I'm going to skip 2 or 3 turns here because I still need to distribute my units here. Some of them are still here, which need to get to the front line, which will take at least, I think, 1 to get here, then 2, maybe 3 turns to reach the front line. I also have to distribute our tanks here and our mechs, where I didn't make a decision yet where I want to place them. I have to think about this in combination with all the stuff here. So we are ready over here. Oh no, wait a second. We also have the Galactic Republic tech units, which still need to be distributed. Yeah, this is something I'm going to do. As I mentioned in the last episode, at the end of it, we want to have a defensive line here, and the main offensive will be here to push through this bit of map to separate the ruins here of the city. And what we also need to consider is that we maybe have a second army in behind here, so we maybe need to recruit another army before we start the war, so that we have something in reserve here, so that we so that if there is a naval landing either here or here, that we can deal with it. This one is not that dangerous because we do have an army here, but if a strong force lands here, Flag Mountain could fall immediately, and we don't want that. So that's something I have to consider. But until then, I'm going to skip forward a few turns to see what we need to do and what might happen here. So let's actually do this. Let's jump forward a bit and see what happens on the map here. Okay, movements here. Movements here. So these are at war here. And there we know that there are animals over here. Let's hope that these guys don't declare war anytime soon. And that's it. Turn is over. There's still... There we go. We have marauders again. Full-blown decade of fanatism. So we do have still 7 turns until this will disappear. We have the Rocky developed. Artifact discovered. Small tool, the shape of a vial of perfume. Cover use. Ooh, okay, we're going to check this out. Private investment is available again. Investigate leader. Okay, fluid defense. Yeah, right, these... Oh, support faction. Not sure what this will do. Resource rumors. Friendship pack. Non-aggression. Investor backing. Ooh, nice. A lot of good things that we have available now. And also, industry-wise, we are really well off. With the discovery of that one technology that we got by chance from one of the arcane caches, the metal soil filtration here is extremely useful. Because we are not dependent on the resource deposits as of now. If we build that up properly, we would need to buy a little bit of high-tech parts here. I'm currently waiting to finish the constructions of all the stuff we have ongoing currently, like the truck station we just finished, so that's going to be in the next turn, but also all the bureaucratic buildings, and then I'm going to go harder into this this demetallization plant, which probably will be in every city afterwards. Long term, all these scavenging our recycling facilities will disappear when the scavenging is complete and no ruins are left over here. That's a thing that might happen eventually. Good. So, incident with democratic activists. That's not great. So, there's been a rather grave incident. They really got on my nerves. I had them arrested and ordered them to be driven off and taken care of. You know what I mean. Yeah, we're not going to accept this. So Harry will, yeah, dislike this strongly, but it's fine. Okay, national budget, that's a good thing too that comes up, because we do have too much investment into political power currently. If we check our Supreme Command Council here, we do see the limit is 100 for full efficiency. We are investing 260. I think I want to limit this down to around 200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the general stratagem to around 40%, therefore reducing this to 60%, and then also decrease the current investment here a bit. So let's start with that. So this one has to go down. So let's move that here. So we're going to go down to like 20%. Like this, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Secret Service, it's going to stay at... I don't need that much though. Then 10% here. Model design should get 10 as well. So now we do have these kind of things. Yeah, I think that's fine with me.
Roger that.
Okay, Secret Council needs a leader. Yeah, we opened that up. So we don't really have anyone available for this. I'm not sure what is best for... Maybe... Investigation, probably. So intelligence is a good stat we should look out for. Definitely. Okay, let's take Vigo. Internal security. Let's keep this for now. Ah, we have to make some new models. I think I'm going to develop an airplane here. And now we have to decide what it should be. Do we want to have some kind of fighter, or do we want to have a kind of bomber here? I think I want to go into... On the other hand, we do know that the other faction already has an air force. So, we could go... We definitely want to use our rocket engines, because that's what we researched. We don't want to go with this old tech of a propeller engine. We immediately jump into the rocket age here. So we could go into the medium rocket engine, which I think is a good idea. So the weight is roughly double, but the engine power is also double. And I think resources are not our concern. Because it's a rocket engine, we don't really need a lot of wingspan here. So it could be either fins or tiny. I would go with tiny, because I think that gives us a bit more maneuverability. The question is how much fuel we need, I don't know. So let's go with like 800 for now. And then we just go into 100 here rate. Yeah, and do Gauss weapons, of course. And then we don't use any ground attack stuff. And we don't need cargo. Okay, now we see that this design is not good. Because the range is too small. It even gives us a warning. It's a viable design, but it's not perfect. However, the velocities are immense because of the rocket engine. So we can slap a higher... Let's slap a higher fuel tank on it. So we're going to do this again. So fighter, medium. Still tiny. I mean, I don't know what this will do though. Oh, this was even worse. So we definitely have to stick to the tiny ones here. Then the big fuel tank. Okay, now it's 900-kilometer operational range. I think that's fine, or? We could make one more check if we go to the light rocket engine and only fins, and then a big fuel tank. What that would do? Oh, it's even better. 6 hexes. Let's use this one. So the only thing we changed is the strength of everything. Okay, so confirm. So we are going to get our first anti-air fighter this way. Marauders. Okay, yeah, we're going to give full support. Failure. Ouch. That's not great. Good, but here I'm going to jump forward a bit to sort out all the logistics of what we have to do here now. Okay, here we are and ready to declare the war that we want to go for all this time now. So we're going to start, of course, with the war declaration here itself. And yes, let's see what else we do have available. 31, is that enough for the war games? No, it's not, sadly. Okay, so we cannot do the war games afterwards, which is a bit sad, but okay. I have applied most of the headquarters stratagems here to our brigades, and we could instead now use this money to do, you know, for example, this one here. Okay, we are quite sure that there's nothing left. Good. So next episode, or rather next turn, not next episode, we are going to use this war games here to improve the loyalty and experience points with all our commanders in the field. What I want to also do now is there's one relic that we have uncovered here, the pheromone device, which I'm going to put on our Cordelia here, because this one will get us plus 20 on the charisma stat. Roger that. So that's perfect for her because we need to increase her rolls. And now, as one of the last things, we do have 4 fate points left. And there is a Galactic Republic technology left that we can unlock here. Roger that. So here we go. And let's check it out before we go to war. So, Tech. Chain gun gives us plus 50% against hard targets. For machine guns. Okay, interesting. That sounds like a good and useful thing when we are remodeling our machine guns here. Eventually. So now we can get started. The first step will be to lock down this corner here so that nothing will get into our territory here. Next step will be the exploration inwards here. That's looking great for an encirclement here. And I think I'm going to start here. So we're going to just attack this pocket here with our tanks. Maybe we want to use a bit of a buffer here, so that we have a bit more stuff that could eat a hit. And let's do it. So that we don't accidentally lose something of the high value units here. All clear, sir. There we go. Because if one does a lucky hit, it would get distributed something from the meat units here. And I guess we are going to just continue here. Use our army that we have here. And clean the pocket up. Yeah, this was like one of the lucky hits here. And we should also get started on preparing some replenishments. So we're going to do Soldier 3 here. Let's make already 1,000 in reserve for next turn. And let's encircle these guys here. Let's hope this is enough to wipe it. As we have to get the mechs over. That looks great. Perfect. That pocket is gone. So we can move already into the pocket itself here, or rather into the gap here. And next turn we are going to move further in with that. Now, do we want to... If we don't... Oh, we still have a bit of attack power left though. Let's see, if we go... We can go here though. But only with 1 unit, so that's a bit risky. Let's see. We could try to attack here with all the siege infantry we have, so that we move forward into the pocket here. Let's do this. Maybe I should have used 1 less, but... Yep, that...
All clear, sir.
They are disappearing like nothing. So do we want to move in here? Maybe that would depend on if we can break this tile as well. That's a bit risky because we only have 1,900 versus 2,900 here. We could lose a tank. I don't like this too much. So instead we could just stay like this for now. We could of course move in here. No, you shouldn't attack. Like this. Yeah, let's do it. Even if we don't win, we would at least do casualties here. And the army size is good, so we don't get a penalty from size. We only have a bit of readiness modifiers and terrain. The posture is negative for them, so that's very bad for them. So let's attack. I don't expect us to win this, but we can at least do a lot of... Whoa. We are doing a lot of damage and we are winning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the amount of losses they took. And we only lost... Oh, we lost 1 tank here. But this is not our high-tech tank. This is just our low-tech tank here. So we are going to replace this, of course. As hurt, of course, but fine. So far we didn't take extreme amount of losses here. Can we already... No, we can't strategic move in there. Not yet. So we are going to hold this line here, and next turn we might want to exploit this. Yeah, we have used most of what we have here. We could attack here, but I don't think I want to. Because I like just holding this line as we discussed it earlier. So now the front line has shifted a bit, and from these units here, it's only 1 tank that could still attack, right? And the 2 motorized. What are these units in there? Legionnaires. They have Gauss rifle and combat armor as well as we do, so these are not too bad. Yeah, I don't want to do this. This one, a bazooka. Ooh, yeah, that's good against our tank, so we have to be careful here. I think I'm going to hold it like this. And we have, yeah, we do have 1 motorized militia that we can park here on the mountain. And now the big question is, how do we proceed here? I think I want to just attack the tanks here. So that we use you and you. Okay, we have to use everyone to have a decent chance here. Let's try it. If we can make losses, that would be already worth it, because it's only tanks here. Even if we trade equally. Yeah, ooh, look at that. They lost 5 tanks here. We only lost 1 machine gun. So that's okay. So we have to... Oh, I made 100 tanks and not 10. Why do we not have replenishment for our machine? Ah, here. I'm blind, apparently. So that should be enough, right? Oh, it's also too much. Okay, I should... I'm still confused by this game sometimes. But okay, now we do have a lot of replenishment of troops and units here. If needed. Do we want to move forward? I think I do. And the militia will stay here though. And can we attack with that as well? Yes, we can. So we're just doing it again to maybe cause casualties on the tanks here. So that we prevent them from attacking us next turn. There we go. Good. So we can move you forward as well. And now the big question is, could we already break and encircle something there as well? Because that's only a small stacks of units here yet.
All clear, sir.
Sadly no losses, but militia was okay. Can we get in there as well? Yeah. Maybe we don't use you and we don't use you. Yeah, perfect.
Do it now.
Can we break you? Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Nice. So we have another pocket waiting for our units here. So we just go in again with the militia here. Oh, that's already overburdened quite hard. So let's do it like this. Sounds fine to me.
Do it now.
And, ooh. 2 losses on our side, 3 on theirs.
Objective lost.
I have to trim down the sound effects here. That's going to be too annoying by now. So the sound effects go down. Okay. But we didn't win, apparently. So let's try again. If we can get rid of the rest here. We're apparently not hitting anything. Come on, come on, come on.
All clear, sir.
Ah, we did it. Nice. So that's all cleared. Can we move somewhere? I can move forward here. I'm going to keep 1 militia behind. Now, this is going a lot better than expected. Do we have somewhere a summary how much damage we dealt? That would be very interesting. No, we don't. Okay, I think that's all the attacks we want to do. Yeah, this will not work well. Or? They have a lot of penalties here. Let's try to attack and maybe we can do some more casualties. Yeah, like this. Perfect.
Mission accomplished.
Everything we can take out for free without losing anything is really a benefit to us here. So this was useful as well. We shouldn't move in here though, because the whole magic will be that we can try to split the pocket open. Not open, that we close the pocket here in the east and here in the south. What we also have to keep an eye on now is if there is something landing on the shoreline here, which could happen, so we should move this unit back also as emergency here. And now let's go into... Right, wait a second. We can do one more stratagem there. We can do a spy ring here or spy team. Let's send it down into the south. Ooh, that's unlikely there. Just send 1 spy. It's 90. We try it again anyway.
Order acknowledged.
Let's try it again. Okay, we've got a success, barely. So that we have a bit more intel here about what they do. Maybe we can see more units and therefore judge our attacks in the next turn. And therefore, let's go. Let's see what happens now and where they attack us and how terrible it will end. I'm really curious where they will attack and if they will attack. The North really took a lot of losses by when we took out the tanks. And the main force of them is of course in the south here. As you can see, they have 106 units there on the main front line. And we just got a new militia by the looks of it. But they seem to not be attacking as of yet. They're just moving around a lot. Okay. So we are still in the fanatism phase. Advanced sensors, new, nice, that's nice. And more stuff here. No, we didn't get a new militia, that's just how it looks like. Okay, and then we move you here as well. Okay. I mean, this really tells us that we are going to just hold the line here. What I forgot to do, or maybe I should do this now, is upgrade the road as far as we can here. There we go. So this way we now have a bit of a better supply line here. This is going to be a problem though. So what I'm going to do here as well is extend the steered road to the front line here as well, to make the supply go a bit smoother here. Okay, before we continue the war, let's check our decisions. Demand that the enforced profile reaches at least 44 points. I think we can try this. Create custom formation type. Alright, we have customization points. I don't want to do this now because we had war and I have to think about what we need for the next war. Give in to some of the demands, we do have the money for this, so let's just do it. Our spies in Egalar have found info. The president's involved in severe misdoings. We can enter the original politics by giving this information to a faction of our choice. The Commercial Citizens Faction. That sounds great. Whatever that does, because we are at war. Okay, so there are not no other very important decision to be done here. So we can go into the war games here, which we want to do. So we rolled 115. Relation improved by plus 4%, and they got 68 experience points here. And we can also do the cabinet retreat, which I really like to do, but do we need to do anything else as of now? We probably need to keep an eye on our industry for a second, so we should probably also do some investments again, like here. So, let's see. The economy here, we are going down in food like crazy. Ouch. Ooh, energy is also a problem. Because units are consuming it. Ooh, this is a problem. We probably can't buy energy, right? No, we can't. Ouch. I know that we have energy under construction. Let's see, we do have... A solar panel is maybe done next turn. Okay, we do need a lot more energy. Question is, should we... Going to take 4 rounds.
Yes, sir.
Should we build 1 power plant?
Roger that.
No, let's just keep going with the solar panels, because we do have the rare metals here. Now we need to sell a bit of fuel here.
Yes, sir.
Probably also have to sell a bit of industry soon. And we should make a few machines again, like 5, to cover what we need here. Okay, we have to keep an eye on food though. Because this war is going to be... Oh, look at the ammunition that we lost. Maybe we are not prepared for this war.
Yes, sir.
At least not good enough. But we do have the metals and everything, so this shouldn't be a problem. Maybe we should make a bit more ammunition.
Yes, sir.
We do have the IP and the metal for this. Yeah, the energy problem will be interesting to solve. So, how is our situation? We are going to move you in there because we are going to hold this line further. However, the big question is, what's that? Oh, a flag. We don't have air, so we don't care. Can we already... Really? Minus 17 maybe? Maybe we can break this tile already.
Advancing.
That would be perfect. Good. That worked. And they took a lot of losses. So we can move... I want to keep 2 units here in this tile and then we move 1 there. So that we have 2 here, 3, 2 here. And now the north is cut off. So we are going to continue attacking here. Yeah, we are going to continue here. Perfect. Taking some losses here. But the plan is working. So we have now... You move here. We have opened this up. We should move one of our mechs in this line here so that it cannot be broken. We should probably also move one of our tanks in here so that nothing can happen to this tile. They cannot break it. If they go around, they have to defeat a lot of units here. We can... this one can't... it could have moved there as well. Okay, but... So do we want to go in here? I don't think so. Instead, let's first see what we can do in the north here. As we can see here, they have retreated. So we move the militia forward a bit to get a bit more intel to see where is what. The ideal pocket still is here. If we break this area. But let's start up here. That's okay. The penalty is okay. It increases chances of winning or taking dealing it. Okay, we didn't deal any damage though. So we move here. We move you here as well. And can we attack? Oh, we can't really. So we are going to move these guys forward here. Actually, the terrain is blocking us here. So we cannot do any other attack here. So the progress here will be slow. But that's okay. We never expected this to be crazy, even though we do have rush here, so we have more action points for movement. That's interesting that we still are struggling this hard on the terrain. So what can we do here? Should we just break this first here? We used these units already, yeah, right. Did we? Apparently we already did. Yeah, I think we should break these 2 tiles here and slowly move forward until we are in a position where we can break like we go here, and then we go here to then go there. Like from this angle, and we ignore these tiles here. Or we sweep up the coastline. But this would weaken the southern front extremely. So let's rather try it like this. We go... like... yeah. It's only the tanks? Anyway, let's take them out. Maybe we can do hits here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units taken out. That's good. So let's move into it. And we can do this one first. No, not the militia. Maybe one less unit here. There we go. Taking a bit of damage from the machine guns here. But we won anyway. Should we try to break this one? Let's see, what can we do here? We don't have a lot of meat here. That's my problem that I have with that attack. And if we attack here instead... yeah, this is a lot more interesting. So we can do this, minus 14%, that's fine with me. So let's attack this, deal as much damage as we can. Every unit they lose is a unit they don't have next turn. Yes. Look at that.
Mission accomplished.
And we lost a bit of infantry. Yeah. Oh, we only have one unit here. That's a bit tight. Yeah, we should stay like this though. This is very... I think this is very good so far. So let's do end the turn, and then I'm going to make a cut in this episode, and the next one, it will be all-out war against Egalar here. Let's see if we can win it in the next episode. Let's see what happens now when we end the turn. Let's see if they will mount any kind of offense, or if they stick to defense and slowly lose here. So you have stuff here. Forest land doing stuff. Okay, now we are in Egalar. Hey, why are you always switching down here? Because there's movement over here. And now we are up here. So they're moving stuff around. They have used their... an airplane here. We can investigate it in a second, but... they didn't... did they defeat us there for a tile? I don't think so, right? We suffered no losses nor made any... yeah, so they didn't attack us. 7 decisions. Ooh, a metal deposit found. Nice. Moral high standing and select point. Whatever that event is, let's see. Maritime. Mines is researched. Loader 3 is finished. Nice. And the heavy siege infantry army is done. That's also great. And nothing out of the... ooh, commercial project. That's nice. So let's see here. Decisions. Militia requires your attention. Yeah, we're going to support them, of course. We're going into... what is advanced sensors, though? Ah, it gives us more recon. So, yes, why not? And... ah, yeah, the stuff is done here. We have research. I think the last one we did was the artillery model. I think I want to do a new MG because we have that Galactic Republic tech. So let's do a brand new design. This one, combat armor, and then that might get integrated. The new tech. It's a bonus. Moral high standing and select point. Our highly academic professors urge you people to welcome violent barbarians from the wasteland. They are actually good people, goes the argument. They just need a safe environment that will become upstanding citizens. As we might have expected, the wastelanders are causing havoc and are looting homes. I'm trying to stop these overzealous citizens getting scummy. What? Yeah, you're going to, of course, support her here.
Roger that.
Critical failure. Oh, they had a really high roll with 221, average 140. Ouch. That was unlucky. Now we are not going to accept here to sell in population. Okay, they want to, yeah, 200. Why not? 200 credits is what we got. Mason Serval offers to help us. That friend will be there if needed. Yes, definitely. We take the political points, of course, here. Costs us a bit of relation, but okay. Nothing out of the order. Where's the deposit there? It was in... I don't know. I can check it in prospecting in a second. So... yeah, we have lost a lot of population here and gained a lot of unrest and everything like this. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, we lost 16,000 population. That is like 10% went ham on that event. That hurts a lot. Our biggest population city there is now Forster for a while now, since we conquered it. So I'm also investing a lot into this one. I'm also going to do the commercial project here that got unlocked into Forster. I'm also going to do the private investment into Forster.
Roger.
There we go. And maybe they discovered a metal deposit somewhere here. I don't know. Let's see in the report. Mining overview. Water. Forster. Ah, it's below this one. Okay, we can't see it properly as of yet. So we are not going to build this up, of course. Not now. But eventually we are going to do this. Of course, we are going to get a new zone here. Which we are going to... I guess we are going to get a new zone here. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is a zone of the Egalar Republic. Yeah, it's Verdun. And this one is Egalar Ruins. Because it had city structures, yeah, it has to be... So we would get a new zone here, which we have to build up. So probably this metal deposit will go into the new zone that we are going to annex here. But good. On first glance, this war is going great. Let's see what they actually did here. There was something they did. Okay, apparently we can't see this here. I thought they bombarded us somehow. I thought I saw something there. Ah, here. Okay, they used 30 planes and we lost nothing. Good. That's okay with me, not losing anything. There's also so far no landing of new troops here. And we do have a few units here. Front lines are stable and our replenishment of units is great as well. We do have too many tanks in reserve there. And energy has Oh no, we do need a bit more soldiers. So let's do like 10. There we go. And we do have enough ammunition for a turn. I'm going to build a bit more ammunition in between. Oil is fine, water is fine. Energy also recovered to a certain degree. We have to get more machines again. Wait a second, didn't I start? Yeah, I forgot to buy the high-tech parts here to keep the dematerialization plant working. So that was bad.
Yes, sir.
And we can sell a bit of... I think 500 fuel is still fine.
Yes, sir.
And there we go. Ooh, it's very pricey currently. So let's
Yes,
sell more.
sir.
There we go. But yeah, I'm going to make a cut here, and we're going to continue in the next episode, where we're probably going to see the fall of the Egalar ruins. I'm not sure if we already see the fall of Verdun here, because this might get really bloody. But let's see. We are going to find out eventually.